Hi, I'm Brad Geddes, the author of Advanced Google AdWords, the founder of Certified Knowledge, and the PPC Faculty Chair for Market Motive. In this module, we're going to talk about PPC for the holidays. The fundamentals of paid search campaigns are always necessary, regardless if it's a holiday or typical day. However, there are some differences in traffic patterns that can affect your marketing during holiday seasons. First, we're going to take a look at the data that identifies these shifts in consumer research, peaks in traffic, so forth, and then examine how to take advantage of these trends that occur during holiday seasons. During holidays, traffic for specific goods often peak. If you have peaks and lows in your sales cycle, then you need to adjust your marketing during these times. So tips we'll be discussing in this module will help you take advantage of the peaks in your traffic so you can make as much money as possible during these short-lived bursts of traffic that help you ride out times of normal versus below normal traffic periods. Now, what also happens is while holidays change traffic, other seasonal events change traffic as well. At the beginning of summer, often you see a peak in swimwear. At the beginning of the school season, you often see increases in traffic for backpacks and school supplies. While technically these are not holidays, they are peaks in traffic, and the same techniques that help you take advantage of holiday seasonal peaks can help you take advantage of any peaks in your traffic. During the past few years, the internet has increasingly become a destination point for holiday sales. In 2009, the economic shift hurt online sales. Over the past few years, though, the internet has increasingly become the place where consumers turn to spend money during holiday seasons. In 2011, the average shopper not only plans to spend almost 47% of their money online, they also plan on spending 36% of their entire shopping time online. So this includes research as well as buying. During these peaks in consumer interest, search queries go up, it's also common to see a shift in conversion rates that correlate to these spikes in traffic. This makes it imperative to forecast when these spikes will occur so you can maximize your advantage during these short-lived periods of time. Now, many industries can take advantage of holiday peaks. While Christmas is the most obvious one and the one most talked about, flowers have an increase in search and conversion rates around Valentine's Day. Grills and outdoor cooking peak in the U.S. around the July 4th holiday. Costumes peak right before Halloween. Decorations often start just before Halloween with Halloween decorations, but continue into November as decoration searches change from Halloween to Thanksgiving and then to Christmas. So being able to identify these trends is necessary so that you can adjust marketing when the trends occur for you. So next we're going to look at some of the basics of paid search, keywords, ad copy, landing pages, and then see how they differ during holiday times. Now, keywords are the foundation of paid search during the entire year. The industry as a whole is often called keyword advertising. Now, during holiday times, there's often a shift in the keywords used by consumers. So you need to make sure you're capturing the search growth for these additional keywords. For instance, a common trend over the past few years is consumers searching for deals. So one of the most common ways to search for deals is to include the word coupon in your search query. So this is a chart of the number of searches for the word coupon compared to the overall retail search growth. So retail search has obvious upward trends during Christmas time. However, the searches for coupon have larger growth peaks during the holidays. So users are increasingly searching for deals, so make sure you're advertising on coupon words such as your product names with the word coupon attached to the word, or coupon plus your industry. Now these queries go beyond just the word coupon. Some other keywords to think about using in your account are discount, sale, cheap, free shipping, fast shipping, bargains, inexpensive. So you're not going to use these words individually. Just attach these words to your typical keyword uses and make permutations of your current keywords with discount, with cheap, with free shipping, so you can capture these additional search queries. Often during holidays, searchers don't just look for existing products, but they also turn to search engines for help in deciding what gifts to actually buy. So you want to add keywords that are more related to gifts, gift giving, and help consumers shop at your site when they're uncertain what they're looking for. These words are often higher in the shopping cycle, so you're going to watch them closely. Now, during non-holiday seasons, it's common for words higher in the shopping cycle to have lower conversion rates than more specific words, because someone's not quite sure what they're looking for yet. But these words higher in the shopping cycle also often have higher average sale amounts, because someone hasn't narrowed down to one specific product yet. So it's more common to see cross-sells and upsells for consumers, because they want to be led in a direction for what they should be buying, and are often more open to multi-product buying when they're higher in the sales funnel. So words like Valentine's Day bouquets for wife, Christmas gifts for men, just gifts under $20, Father's Day presents, these aren't individual products. These are searchers who are looking for a product but don't know what to buy and need your advice. So if you can advertise on these words and send them to pages that talk about here are the gifts under $20. Here are some most common Father's Day presents. This will help you take advantage of the seasonal peaks for these words, so you can have more words to advertise on, get more consumers, and ultimately sell them additional products. Now, don't forget to take a look at searches across your site as well to help you mine for keywords. This is a great way of spotting new trends and interest for sales from your own data. The easiest way to see converting queries across your site, if you use Google Analytics, is to first segment by visits with conversions. Then take a look at your search terms. It's also useful to take a look at visits without conversions to see if there's search terms that are commonly used where you don't have a product or destination page. You may want to add more products based upon consumer interest. Now, also during holiday times, double check your negative keywords. Often words like discount, coupon, and free end up on negative keyword lists during the course of a year. Now, since these words are often searched during the holidays, you might want to delete these keywords during holiday times. So if you want to re-enable these negative keywords after your holiday peak has passed, use negative keyword lists so you can easily apply and then delete these words from a campaign. Now, since free shipping is so common during the holidays, be careful of having the negative keyword free inside of your account. If you sell TVs and someone searches for plasma TV with free shipping and you offer free shipping, you probably want to show an ad for that query even though it contains the word free. So be careful of the word free as a negative keyword. Now, past keywords, we have to also look at our ad copy for holiday periods. Ads serve as that bridge from the search query to your website. So as consumer mindsets change during the holiday seasons, your ads may also need to change to take advantage of these search trends. So the first place you want to start is looking at your site links. Everybody should be using site links, period. They allow you to take up more real estate with your ad copy and show additional messages to consumers. During the holiday season, take advantage of these site links to show special promotional messages, such as free, discounted, or guaranteed shipping, links right into gift guides, top-rated gifts, gifts under $10 or $20, and even benefit messages. Don't underestimate site links. While often they don't get a lot of clicks individually, they can often increase the ad's overall click-through rate. Now, if you sell physical goods online, the easiest way to promote many of these goods directly into the search results is to use the product extension. With this extension, you need a Google Merchant Center account. Then you need to upload a feed that contains your products to the Merchant Center account. Now, many shopping carts have an easy way to export a product list that can be imported into the Merchant Center. So then next, connect your Merchant Center account to your AdWords account for each campaigns where you want this extension displayed. So if you're currently using Google Merchant Center but not taking advantage of product extensions, it should only take you a few minutes to enable this extension. Then you can show your products and images of your products directly on Google's search page, a page that doesn't have a lot of images. This is a place to really get a lot more visibility for various products. If you're a retail business with physical locations, you'll want to use the location extension. The easiest way to enable this extension is to create a Google Places account. And everybody, whether you use this extension or not, should claim your Google Places account for all of your locations. Then put your data into Google Places. Then just connect your Google Places account to your AdWords account with the AdWords location extension. Once these two are connected, your Google Places and AdWords, then a map and driving direction options can be displayed directly in the ad copy. This is a great way to show consumers exactly where you're located so they can stop in your store when they're out holiday shopping. Now, throughout the year, the searcher is usually the product user. As a result, your benefit messages inside of your ad copy are generally focused on the searcher. During holidays, this is not true. During holidays, the searcher is the buyer, but they're not the recipients of the product. So you're going to want to focus your benefit messages around the benefits for the searcher, who's the buyer, not the recipient or the gift receiver. So prices, discount offers, free discounted shipping, gift wrapping, personalized cards, quick shipping options. Those are great ways to think about benefits that are for the consumer that may not benefit the recipient, but the consumer is the one who's paying you. Don't forget to also create a sense of urgency. Free shipping until December 23rd, or February 13th is the deadline for out-of-town flower delivery, or order your grill by July 1st for the perfect July 4th burgers. Holidays have exact dates they occur. So as it gets closer to the date, make sure you're creating a sense of urgency so they know there's a deadline they have to hit and they need to spend this money and give you more money then before this deadline. Now, if you'd like to test out some new ads, some benefit messages, or landing pages during the holiday season, but you're worried how these new ads might cut into your profits, after all, not every test will work, then use ACE or AdWords Campaign Experiments to run your tests. With ACE, you can designate a percentage of times you wish your test ads or your test ad groups to run. So you can still do ad copy testing, but only show these new test ads 30% of the time. That way you're jeopardizing a smaller percentage of revenue. Then look at the results. And if your test ads do better, then of course go ahead and enable those for the rest of the time to show. Now first we have our keywords, which makes our ad show. Then we have our ad copy, which brings in qualified traffic. Now your landing page's job is to convince someone to actually buy and spend money. So in this section, we'll look at landing pages and some changes you might want to use during holiday periods. So the first rule of landing pages, regardless if it's holiday or typical year, is that landing pages should give the consumer the answer to their search query or show them how to get the answer in terms of buying a product. Now, someone searched because they want the answer to a question, and your landing page is the starting place for that quest. So it should be closely related to the search query. However, you need to go beyond just answering users' question to maintain sense between the ad copy and the landing page. If you make a promise in your ad, such as free shipping, discount codes, 50% off, make sure your landing page has that same offer and that it's prominent on the page so someone sees in your ad 50% off. They see on your landing page 50% off. There's no confusion then about the offer and how to take advantage of the offer. Another thing to test out for holiday times is that often free shipping does really well, sometimes even better than sales. I've seen times where offering free shipping does better than 10% off, even when free shipping will save you $9 and 10% off will save $15. Free shipping is a really important one during holiday periods. But also during the holidays, often users don't really know what to buy. So creating holiday guides for various genders, age ranges, and price points is a good idea. You can point out these guides on category pages or specials across your site. But if you do buy keywords such as gifts for men under $25, gifts for females, gifts for the wife, make sure those words are going to the buying guide for that query. So by creating guides and buying keywords related to the guides, you can funnel people who don't really know what they want yet into a specific section of goods and sell more overall products. Now, upsells and cross-sells can also increase your average order value. If you have your own previous data on upsells, use that in designing your cross-sell sections. But if you're uncertain and you're not sure what price points or what products to add on your cross-sell pages, a general rule that works pretty well is that you should upsell a product to a maximum cost point of 60% of the current product. For instance, if you think of someone buying a tie, then you can cross-sell a matching handkerchief, a belt, maybe a tie clip. But you can't sell someone an entire suit or an expensive shirt. Now, if someone does buy a suit, then you can cross-sell an expensive shirt or a matching tie because they spent more money on the suit initially. Another great use of upsells during the holiday season is gift wrapping or personalized cards. So a good test to run is what happens if you do an upsell of gift wrapping versus even offer it as a free additional benefit. Does the additional benefit of free gift wrapping increase conversion rates enough to offset the fact you're giving away a service? So that's something else to think about during holidays is gift wrapping and personalized cards. But also offer gift cards. Gift cards have huge spikes during Christmas time. However, they're also often bought around birthdays, wedding times, baby showers, graduation, and Mother's and Father's Day. Often gift cards are an easier cross-sell than a specific product, as the user can just specify a price amount for a gift card and not have to worry about hunting for very specific products that fit into their price points. Now, holidays do occur on specific dates, and no one wants their gifts to be delivered late. So just have a page that shows your shipping schedule, so someone can tell they have to order by this date to be able to get their gift on time. So be careful of just saying things like, we can get your present there by December 24th. Many people travel during the holidays. They might need their presents to get there by the 22nd so they can take them with them. If you only say, we can still get it there by the 24th, you haven't really spoken to the traveling person who needs stuff earlier. Your landing page and website needs to convince a user to buy from you. The easier it is to find information, whether it's shipping guides, gift guides, so forth, then the easier it is to buy a product from you as well. The better your sales should be during holiday periods. Now, holiday times bring about higher search volume and often higher bids as well. So in this section, we'll examine a few items to keep an eye on to make sure you're able to capture all of the relevant traffic to your business. So what happens during holiday times is that cost per clicks and bids increase due to more advertisers wanting to capture the increased search volume. So on the surface, that might not seem profitable if you're already bidding based upon return on investment or ROAS or some metric you've devised. Now, you don't want to just bid more because there's a volume increase. But if your conversions also increase and your conversion rate increases, then you do want to bid more. So if you have last year's data, study it carefully. Because often what happens during holiday times is while CPCs go up, conversion rates also go up, which means your CPA, your cost per action, can still be lower even at a higher CPC. So if you have this data, ask yourself questions such as, do flower conversions increase 10% or 30% 2 days before Valentine's Day? Do you have a sales explosion on Cyber Monday, but the next Tuesday conversions go back to normal? Therefore, you might want to increase your bids for just a day or two, then lower them back to more normal levels before you find the next increase in conversion rate. So if you have the data, use it. However, if you don't have historical data, then watch your conversion rates very closely. In fact, you might want to just sit down and do some research about the top days for you. Just make out a clear calendar. These days should be spikes in traffic. Therefore, we're hoping our CPA goes down, our conversion rate goes up, we'll bid a little bit more. These days, we think traffic will return to normal, so let's reset our bids. Make a plan of how you want to change your CPCs. Because what you don't want to do during peak days is use just last week or last month's data, because that does not give you a good indicator of how the peaks are going to occur and how your conversion rates will shift. So if you have last year's data, great, use that for holidays. If you don't, make some good guesses about how to increase CPCs off of some estimated conversion rate increases. Now, if you don't have all this data and you're not sure how to make all these guesstimates, then you might just want to test out Google's Conversion Optimizer. With Google Conversion Optimizer, you must be using AdWords Conversion Tracker, and you must meet a minimum number of conversions each month. If you have these numbers, then you can turn on Conversion Optimizer, and Google will take over the bidding for you and attempting to get the most conversions possible for your target or your max cost per action. So this is a really good compromise if you normally like a lot of control, but you don't know how to guess your bids. So if you have a lot of conversions, but don't have much historical data, then rely on Google's bid technology instead of a lot of guesswork to try to grab as many conversions as possible during the holidays. Now with Conversion Optimizer, or even your preferred bidding system, that just sets the bids for your keywords. There's another setting that's useful to get the most conversions possible when the ad does show. Now normally throughout the year, you'll be doing a lot of testing of ads, and you'll probably use the rotate function most often, where you'll show ad 1, then 2, then 3, back to 1 again, to get a lot of data across multiple tests to pick your winner. However, during peak times, these times don't last very long. You really want to grab as many conversions as possible in that short amount of time. So there's another setting called Optimize for Conversions, show ads expected to produce the most conversions. So Google's going to look at your ads, your ad conversion rates, and your keywords, so forth, to serve the ads with the highest conversion rate the most. So this is a good way during holiday seasons to grab a few more conversions when you don't want to do a huge amount of testing, or you don't have the time because you're doing all this other stuff related to holiday seasons. Then during the rest of the year, do your more typical conversion testing on your ad copies. You'll also want to watch your budgets very closely. As holidays bring about more traffic, there's a lot more clicks to be captured. But you have to have a large enough budget to capture these additional clicks. So the easiest way to see if you're losing impressions due to budget is to look at the lost impression share budget percentages for your campaigns. So you can access this data from the Campaigns tab, and if you don't see it, then hit the Customize Columns link, and then look under the Competitive Metrics and add your impression share and lost impression budget data. So once you save these columns, then you'll see impression share for the campaigns and the reasons, either budget or rank, you're losing impressions. If you're losing impressions due to rank, then you need to raise your ad rank, which is a combination of bid and quality score. But if you're losing impressions due to budgets, just by raising your budgets, you should be able to capture more impressions. It's also useful to look beyond just search and see how the display network can also increase your conversions during holiday seasons. According to Consumer Barometer, approximately 53% of retail information is found via search engines. Another 18% is found on consumer review sites. And then smaller percentages are found on places like blogs, forums, and other content sites. You can reach these non-search sites through the Google Display Network. In fact, according to Google, 80% of medium advertiser conversions are from search, and 20% are from display. Now, I've seen many examples where display conversions are actually much, much higher than that. But enabling display campaigns can help you reach more consumers during the entire year, but especially during holiday season, when these sites also see traffic spikes as people are looking for more product information, gift guides, and other info before making purchases. If you have previously paused your display campaigns, you should give them another try during holiday seasons. Now, if you've not used the Google Display Network often, and you're sort of unaccustomed to choosing keywords for the network, the Contextual targeting tool can give you a quick jumpstart. This tool shows you keywords related to an idea, gives you approximate CPCs, and you can even get a list of websites where your ads can be displayed. So this is a quick way to build several display ad groups, so you can take advantage of the display network if you've not previously worked and tested what keywords go per ad group, so you can target appropriately. If you're looking for a broad reach across the display network, or if you don't have the time to pick and choose all your keywords, topic targeting can give you a display boost. With topic targeting, you can choose topics and then let Google figure out where to put your ads on sites related to that topic. With topic targeting, please try and be as specific as possible when you choose topics. Choosing the apparel topic will give you a huge reach, but it's not going to be a very targeted reach. If you choose just formal wear for one ad group, you can create an ad copy related to formal wear. If in another ad group you choose just children's clothing topic targeting, then you can make an ad related to just children's clothing. So with display, you still want to make sure that your targets, your ad copies, and your landing pages are still closely related to each other, just as with search. Another tool that Google offers that will help you advertise across the Google Display Network is the Display Ad Builder. This tool lets you quickly create display ads that you can show on these various sites across the Display Network. What's nice about the tool is that there's a lot of pre-created themes you can start with, and then you can customize them to showcase your products. Many of these themes are related to holidays. There's Christmas, Valentine's Day, President's Day, ads that are related to specific holidays. There's also ads related to more ambiguous time frames, where you may see traffic spikes, such as spring, summer, winter. So using graphical ads across the display network can not only bring in traffic, but just displaying the ads also makes sure more consumers are seeing your brand during peak seasons. Holidays bring about an increase in search. They also cause an inflation in consumer research as well. So by using the display network, you should be able to increase your total conversions during holiday season by reaching people who are on non-search sites, doing research about gift buying or just your products in general. Now, remarketing is very effective across the entire year. And there's a set of guidelines around best practices in using remarketing during the year. However, during peak research times, you might break a few of these rules, as traffic is just different for holiday periods than the rest of the year. Now, as remarketing is still fairly new and it's way underused, first we're going to do a quick recap about remarketing and then talk about how to use it. So what remarketing does is allow you to serve an ad across Google's display network to those who were previously on your site. You do not have to target keywords or topics. you can target individuals who are previously on your site. Since your remarketing campaign structures are based upon your site and not your keywords, first examine your website. Look for areas that people visit that indicate they're interested in various products. For instance, if someone who visits your homepage and they've not gone any further in your site, they might not care too much about your products. But if someone's gone into your category pages, or better yet, your product pages, then you might want to serve ads back to those users as they spent more time on your site, did more research, and were more interested in your products. So think about your site's overall structure. It's also useful to have your analytics open at the same time, as you need to set 500 cookies or have 500 people in a list before a marketing list can go active. You'll still want your ads and landing pages to be similar to the section someone was on your site. So for instance, if someone was on your women's section, you don't want to show luggage ads. If they're in the girls section, you want to show ads related to girls' clothing. So first take a look at your site structure, how many visits each section of your site gets in a time period. Then to determine how you want to remarket back to consumers so your ads and your categories are closely related to each other. Once you've determined how you want to set up your ad groups based upon your ads and your site structure, then you need to go into the audience section of AdWords and create a list for each one of these sections. When you create a list, you can also set up a cookie duration and name the list so you have an idea what it's about. Once you create a list, Google's going to give you a code. This is similar to the AdWords conversion tracking code. This code only should go on the pages where you want someone who visits that page to be associated to that list. So for instance, if you have a men's section, a women's section, and a children's section, you'll define 3 lists: 1 men's, 1 women, 1 children. You'll have 3 codes. One will only go in the men's section, one only goes in the women's section, one only goes in the children's section. That way you can segment your audience based upon where they are on your site. Now first do this immediately, because this starts collecting the cookies themselves to build up your list sizes. When you're ready to go ahead and create ads for these lists, then you'll go to an ad group. Under the Audiences tab, you can define what list the user is in. And you can have both negative and positive lists just like keywords. So once you create your ad groups, the right ad copy that goes along with the list. So for instance, if you have set up a list for men's clothing, women's clothing, and children's clothing, set up 3 ad groups. That way each ad group has just that list in it and appropriate ad copy. Now for the holiday season, it's useful to include dates and key selling points. So for instance, remember to order by December 23rd for Christmas delivery, or we can do same-day flower delivery for Valentine's Day, etc. Now with remarketing, Google does have some pretty strict guidelines about user privacy and how you can do some ads. So please do take a look at their guidelines to make sure you're not violating any of them. Now the best place to put a remarketing code is on the shopping cart page. People who shopped across your site, added items to their cart, got your checkout page, and then didn't convert. That's one of your most valuable prospects for remarketing. You should target these users separately from the rest of your site. As often, you'll be willing to pay more for one of these consumers to come back to your site as opposed to someone who just visited your homepage or category page. So if you make abandoned shoppers their own list, you can serve them specific ad text and set separate bids from just someone who was on a different section of your website. Now normally during the year, you'll also want to list on your thank you page, as you might not want to remarket back to those who converted. So you set a cookie in your thank you page and you put that in your negative list. Or you might want to market back to them a month or so after they shopped to remind them about their good experience on your site and try to increase lifetime visitor values by showing ads back to these users after a period of time. During holiday seasons, it's useful to be just a bit more aggressive remarketing to converters than during the rest of the year. If someone has a good experience on your site and they still need something, they haven't bought all their gifts, they need to buy another flower bouquet, whatever it is, make sure your ad is still there when they need something similar again. So during holiday season, you'll often raise your frequency caps for remarketing and even offer specials to those who converted once to incentivize them to return to your sites. So during the rest of the year, remarketing is getting a little bit creepy. You need to control them with frequency capping. You can raise those caps during holiday seasons. The one thing to remember about remarketing is that you have to have 500 cookies set before a list will go active. So it's useful just to set and collect cookies for your lists, even if you're not actively remarketing. By collecting the cookies, when you're ready now to serve an ad, then you already have a list with people in it, so you can immediately start serving these. In addition, what you will find is that you'll want to adjust messages as the holiday approaches. For instance, when a holiday is 4 weeks away, you might want one benefit message. At the 2-week mark, the holiday is getting close. So you might want to focus a bit more on prices or discounts. When it's a week away, you might want to focus more on shipping for that last-minute shopper. So you don't want to keep changing your lists here. You just want different ads to show to someone based upon the current date. So what you can do then is just go write several ads in your ad groups. Ones you want live at the 4-week mark, the 2-week mark, the 1-week mark, the day of, just based upon your holiday times and your products. And then pause these additional ads. Google reviews paused ads. So these ads should be reviewed, hopefully approved. And then just set a reminder to yourself that it's a week before the holiday, pause ad 1, unpause ad 2. So that way you're changing your messages based upon benefits and time frames. So remarketing is a very powerful way that you can serve ads to people who already know your brand. They already know your site. By planning out and executing remarketing campaigns, you can remarket back to converters to increase your lifetime visitor value, or remarket back to non-converters to increase your total conversions during holiday seasons. Now, mobile usage is on the rise for both tablets and smartphones. You should be showing ads to mobile users during the holidays. In fact, the National Retail Federation did a survey asking people how they would use mobile devices during the holidays. The top answer was to research products and compare prices. The second most common was for purchasing products. The third was coupon redemption, then looking up locations, and then finally using apps for research and purchasing. This means that both brick and mortar and online-only stores can use mobile campaigns to their advantage. If you have a physical store, then you're going to showcase coupons and locations. If you're an online-only store, then of course use coupons as well, and make it easy for mobile purchases on your site. Both brick and mortar and online-only can include information about products for product research purposes as well. So it's important that you have a mobile presence during holiday season. Now for mobile devices, often the keywords are shorter than on desktops. So to do mobile keyword research, the AdWords keyword tool is a great place to start. Under the advanced options, you can choose to segment mobile only, so you're only seeing search data for mobile devices. If you have a physical store, make sure you're using location extensions so that consumers can easily get driving directions from their phone or tablet and see maps of where you are located. You'll often want to focus on seeing the products, touching the products, something you can do in a physical place you can't do online, and the benefits of in-person service. Pick up your present today and take it home with you. Now, if you're an online retailer, then you're going to focus more on price comparison and free shipping for your mobile ads. As mobile is on the rise and it's not slowing down, having a mobile presence in both the ads and a nice mobile compatible site has really become a necessity for anyone who wants to capture mobile traffic And often holidays drive an increase in mobile traffic, and there's good traffic to be had on mobile devices. There are a few other things just to consider before we look at a wrap-up of the key points to remember. So first, don't stop advertising just after the holidays. There are those who look for cheap costumes just after Halloween. They look for after Christmas specials. They buy their grills on July 6th from the leftover sales inventory. You don't want to use your existing campaigns that are holiday focused for these consumers. But you can use similar keywords and just change your ads to be more focused on post-holiday shopping. Now, what also happens is the closer to a holiday, the less discriminating the shopper becomes. The shopper goes from finding the perfect gift to something that's just good enough. So even if you run out of the latest and greatest gifts, continue marketing to similar items, as other retailers will also run out, or sometimes prices spike as demand goes up but inventory drops. So continue advertising through the entire holiday. Also, don't forget, a lot of people travel for holidays. It's really common. So just make sure you don't make the really common mistake of saying, we can still get your present by December 24th. That's not good enough for a traveler. So just remember, a lot of people do travel. So often focusing on the latest date is not a good idea until it becomes closer to the latest date and every other time frame is pretty much passed. So some things to remember. First off, on keywords, make sure you add discount keywords, things like coupon sales. Add topical keywords, Valentine's Day presents, gifts for men. And check your negative keywords, especially if you have the negative keyword free. For your ad copy, use ad extensions. Site links, location extensions, product extensions are usually the three best for holiday seasons. And make sure you're focusing your benefits for the buyer, not the product user. For your landing pages, maintain your ad copy sent. If you make a promise in your ad, make sure it's on the landing page. And gift buying guides are wonderful for people who are shopping who don't really know what they want yet. Tell them what they should be buying. Now keep an eye on your bids and budgets during holiday season, especially your impression share loss due to budget. If you're making money, don't have your ads stop at 4 in the afternoon. Raise your budgets. You're going to do more anticipations of bid and conversion changes. And Conversion Optimizer and the focus on conversion setting for your ad copy display are good features of AdWords to examine for holiday seasons. For the display network, enable your display campaigns. They're great to run during holidays. But also use Display Ad Builder so that you're using topical ads and that your ads showcase winter or Christmas or Valentine's Day. Remarketing is great for holiday season. It's great all year. But for holiday season, you might break a few rules. You may increase your frequency caps during holiday season. But start remarketing now, at least from the fact of grabbing the cookies and putting people into lists. Then change your ads as necessary to focus on holiday benefits. And remarket both to converters and non-converters in different ad groups with appropriate messages. Make a mobile campaign and make a separate campaign just for mobile. Use location extensions or product extensions based upon your business type. And then do keyword research just for mobile users. Having a separate mobile campaign and then tracking that data closely can let you see just how good mobile can be over holiday seasons. And remember, don't stop marketing just after the holiday. After the holidays, switch your statements from holiday sales to after holiday sales. And also, the closer to the holiday, the more someone changes from good enough versus the best. If it's a long ways away, they often want the best present. As the holiday approaches, people want a good enough present. So the best practices of paid search are the same throughout the entire year. Your keywords cause relevant ads to show. Relevant ads lead to landing pages that answer that query. Then track your conversions, set your bids, etc. These are best practices regardless of seasonality factors. But during holiday seasons, traffic spikes. Conversion rates often increase. Cost per actions often decrease. By seeing when this is going to happen for you and anticipating changes to keywords, ads, landing pages, budgets, and bids, you can capture these additional queries, bring more people to your site, and have more revenue and profits at the end of the holiday season just by following some of the tips we've looked at.